Hello everyone, today I'm at Huanhuaxi Park here in Chengdu, which is not only a large and urban open park, but also a place where nature, poetry and legends intertwine. Also, did you know that the name Huanhuaxi comes from an ancient story? Let's find out together.
The name Huanhuaxi dates back to the Tang Dynasty. According to the records of famous scenic sites in Shu, a kind-hearted young woman of the Ren family once lived here. One day, she rescued a disheveled monk by the brook and washed his muddy robe in the water. Miraculously, countless lotus flowers bloomed on the water surface. From then on, people began to call it Huanhuaxi, the flower washing brook. Later, the woman, surnamed Ren, became the concubine of Cui Ning, the military governor of Sichuan, and became known as Lady Huanhua. When Chengdu was besieged by rebels during the Tang Dynasty, she personally led troops to defend the city. Her valor moved the imperial court, which bestowed upon her the title Lady of the State of Ji. To commemorate her deeds, the Huanhua Shoren was built by the brook.
So now we are in front of the shrine where also hangs a couplet. The first line depicts her gallantly riding into battle, and the second captures her dignified grace after the war. In just 14 characters, it vividly portrays the spirit of a hero. Did you know Huanhuaxi also embodies the industrial and manufacturing history of Chengdu?
In ancient times, Shu brocade was the most distinctive high-end commodity of Chengdu. After the brocade was woven, it needed to be soaked in water for washing. Huanhuaxi was the ideal place for that, so the weaving workshops settled there. Over time, it also became a center for producing high-quality Shu paper. Because of this abundance of fine paper, Chengdu became the birthplace of the world's first paper currency, the Jiaozi, during the Song Dynasty.
The rich cultural history embedded in the name Huanhuaxi always attracted many literati, artists and poets to stay here and to compose poems while enjoying the beautiful scenery. Walking through this environment almost feels like you got thrown into a poem, walking right through it, and this place is pure poetry.
The poet sage Du Fu lived for 4 years in his thatched cottage beside Huanhuaxi, composing over 240 poems and making Huanhuaxi a sacred place in the history of Chinese literature. The Southern Song Dynasty patriotic poet Lu You, in his work Plum Blossoms, 4-line poem, also wrote his experience of admiring plum blossoms along both banks of Huanhuaxi. Building upon the historical and cultural foundation of Huanhuaxi, Huanhuaxi Park officially opened in June 2003. As the only 5-star park in downtown Chengdu, the park comprised 3 main scenic areas: Wanshu Hill, Tanglang Lake, and Bailu Islet. Upon entering the park, visitors encounter Yuanquan, the source, a sculpture modeled after a dim cauldron from the spring and autumn period, symbolizing the origin and flow of poetry. On its right is a right poetry wall, inscribed with works by modern and contemporary Chinese revolutionary poets. Reflecting the nation's epic spirit, climbing upon the steps from Yuanquan leads to a special poetry avenue. The path, paved with stone slabs and stretching about 200 meters, is engraved with over 100 poems from the spring and autumn period to modern times.
For the people, Huanhuaxi is not only a poetic name of a place, it's more like a living record of culture and history. Just like Germany's Goethe and Heine, who always wrote poems about landscapes and love. So here you can immerse into the ancient legacy of shoe brocade and experience a lyrical world with all the patriotic sentiments of great poets. So you can truly feel how the legacy of place names shapes the identity of Chengdu as a park city.